We return to our wonderful adventure in the world of Faerûn. And once more, we arise, our bodies war-torn and battle-scarred from the vicious battle against Chad. Not for any of you guys, but for Chad. You guys stomped that dude into the ground. Literally, he is nothing more than a pile of brain matter on the ground. His head exploded because you stomped it into the cave. You guys were just real frickin' vicious. So, you arise in this arid desert town to the first time to the sound of rain. So, do as you may as you awaken your barracks.
Oh boy. Okay, so it's raining, right? November rain.
The first time you guys have heard rain or even seen rain since you arrived in this arid desert town.
What am I, a primitive creature? Rain. Ooh. Like,
I'm gonna sleep
really?
in. My character chooses to sleep in.
I touch the water and then I freak out.
Has your character never seen water?
Yeah, I shower.
We were on a boat.
Oh yeah, like I meant like rain or falling water. Never mind that.
Campaign, it's rained, I suppose. It would be odd if a 300-year-old man, at least 300 years in like Earth, if he just so happened to wander in everywhere where it wasn't raining. That's like a statistic.
What
anomaly.
Is this substance? I don't have a describing word for it.
I mean, I don't think
almost like I drink it every day.
Water, actually, seeing as they are like
he's only seen apple
divine
juice.
beings.
What is this flavorless apple juice, my guy?
Yes, exactly. the flavorless apple juice falls from the sky.
Flavorless apple juice.
So Ziel chooses to stay in on this rainy day.
Wouldn't be me.
And our good old boy Zen chooses to go off for a walk in this flavorless apple juice. As you go outside for the walk, you notice that Josh is outside taking a nap in the rain. Just letting it cool him off.
Can I interact with him?
I swear,
sure,
if Lauren says, "Can I join him?" I will commit verbal homicide.
That's gonna be a counter, not anything.
You're not a bard yet. You can't use cutting word.
Yeah, we're not even a minute in. So I walk to Josh and I ask him, "Hello, what is up?"
Ah, yes, the Devourer, you return. It has been many a moon since I have basked in the grace of water. You see, this land is arid and dry, and my fur is coarse and filled with sand, especially after I was kidnapped. It is matted with the blood of my enemies. I must refresh myself. What brings you out in the rain, Devourer?
It's quite an odd substance to appear such from the sky. That is why I am here with you, since you seem to have experience with such things.
Devourer, are you unaware of the joys of rain?
I drink it. It's flavorless.
Ah, yes, the flavorless substance. It is good for many a thing. It quenches my thirst. Do you not have thirst, Devourer? I see. Your silence speaks volumes. You only thirst for the blood of your enemies. I can understand this. Allow me to show you the joys of rain. And Josh takes you off. He's going to take you on a little adventure. So, going right along to Elanor and Nia. Are you guys up yet?
Yes. So I am going to go back to the place, to the tavern, and get 2 rooms because I can now.
So you flaunt back in. This is like the most money you've ever had. Like, the circus paid you, but chances are they didn't pay you well. At least, and like what you did have, you probably spent. So you were flat broke when you got on the boat. And now that you've joined the military, this is the most money you've ever had just from this one raid. So you flaunt yourself back into purgatory. You find the little sandstone bar exterior, and you go inside. And once again, it is much bigger than what you're used to. And once again, the multi-handed skeleton amalgamation. Like he turns around and sees you, and he's like, not again. Hello, hippie. I see you return.
So I'm gonna take 2 gold and slam it down on the desk and say 2 rooms, please.
I see you can finally pay this time, druid. Help yourself up the stairs.
Okay,
You
so
hear the hustle and bustle of like all of the bar around you, and as you head up the stairs, everything immediately and abruptly stops, as if there's some sort of weird arcane magic that was cast on it, like a silent spell or something, so that people upstairs wouldn't be bothered by the noise. So, do you want to head into this room after immediately waking up?
No, I'll just I'll go back to the park. The park looked cool.
Okay, you leave this little area where there's a complete lack of of noise, and you head back down through to the bustling pub, and then you head through again. You make your way to the actual park part of it, where you find a wizard hard at work channeling some sort of storm-filled orb. It's like a crystal ball filled with foggy cloud, like thundercloud energy that he is seemingly channeling. So Elanor, we come back to you. What are you up to?
I would probably decide to go back to that worship place that I actually took a nap in before, because I never got to see the place fully other than sleep there. So I really want to go explore there.
Elanor, you head back to the monastery of your goddess, the Sword Maiden.
God damn it.
And feel free to explore.
Is there anything like what exactly is what does it look like?
I'm going to say it's a prayer day for the Moon Maiden, and there is a collection of drow and other elven followers of the Moon Maiden that have gathered for a ceremony, and the High Priestess is giving a small speech about the glory of the Moon Maiden and such.
I would join them. I would join in and listen.
So you take a seat in the pews of the Moon Maiden. You notice that the sort of top of the monastery is a skylight, and it lines up perfectly to the sun at this moment. You can tell that it's high noon at this particular point in time. You guys all slept in for quite a long time. And
Eternal.
I'm gonna say as like a
I was just thinking of that.
As a follower of the Moon Maiden, you know that they only hold sermons at high noon and exactly midnight. So yeah, there's a few other people. Do you want to roll religion for me?
Okay.
Just to kind of like get a grasp on what they're talking about.
17.
Okay.
I'm lagging, boy.
So you sort of chime into like what's happening, what they're talking about, and you hear the High Priestess going on and on about, though the oppressors may try to smite us for our ways, we may fight back and quell the tides of Sun Elf hordes that seek to quell us and our religion. And you can kind of pick up from some context clues how everyone's relaxing, that there's currently some holy persecution that's going on. And there's some problems being arisen from Sun Elves. And there's definitely some hesitation when you first walk in, like bated breath. But as you sit down and they notice your holy symbol, they definitely don't have anything against all Sun Elves, but you can tell that there's some hesitation around. It was definitely because you were a Sun Elf, and that there's some really religious stuff going on with Sun Elves that are currently trying to do some stuff to followers of the Sword Maiden. So we're gonna loop back around to Ziel.
Yeah. All right. So that's long enough to sleep. All right. Is there a Coliseum? I'm gonna go up to Corvin and ask if there's a Coliseum anywhere. I assume he's in the vicinity of the
Corvin's here.
barracks.
Hey man, what's going on?
Hey, do you know if there's a Coliseum anywhere where I can get some fighting in, do some attacks, practice some moves?
Yeah. There is actually this one place. It's not quite a coliseum, but it is like a place where at least enlisted soldiers and a few mercenaries head around, and like, yeah, it's basically a coliseum. They head around and they test their skills. Every once in a while, a few people will drop by, take a look, make some bets. But for the most part, it is pretty much just a bunch of dudes that hang out, have battles. It's basically a boxing gym for us as the players. It's pretty much a boxing gym, but the fantasy equivalent.
All right.
So yeah, you could probably head around there and get a good fight in.
Could you point me in that direction, please?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I have some buddies there. I'd be totally down to take you there.
Right.
You notice that the large fire genasi woman with like the huge great sword overhears this. She's like, "Take me to this wonderful coliseum you speak of." It's not a coliseum. It's a fight club. It's pretty much just like a bunch of dudes hanging out. I will smite anyone in my way. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's head down there. So you guys begin to head on down to the Coliseum. It is, it's pretty much just this, it's kind of like a mix of different like monks and stuff that are practicing their martial arts, a few fighters taking on duels. There's definitely a few like high profile duelists that are trying to increase their rank. And Corvin talks to you about this. He's like, okay, so pretty much how it works with dueling is there are different ranks of duelists. There's bronze, silver, gold, all that. But then you get into stuff like master, grand high master. These are like the cream of the crop. Other than that, all of the metal ranks are kind of just like normal people that do it as kind of like a hobby. All the people in the master ranks, they are like full on, they're dedicated to it. They make a career out of this stuff. For the most part, if you get high enough ranking, that's when you start to get stuff like you get to be able to sponsor noble houses. Like you get to, they take you under their wing, you represent them. If you get good in a dueling competition for them, they pay you generously. So feel free to ask around, talk to people. The Amazon woman, the fire genasi, immediately runs off to some of the duelists and begins to assault them with her just brute strength. Not quite attacking them yet, but definitely getting in a position that says, "I am going to pulverize you. Get ready, little man."
So, where do I sign up?
Pretty much just talk around. There's no like official. You can usually find a master or a grand high master who will supervise just to like authenticate. There's normally at least like 2 or 3, at least, usually more hanging around. If you want to find someone, get a duel with them and try and take them on.
I walk up to. Can I roll perception to see if there's anyone that looks like they're about my level, or investigation? I'm gonna roll investigation.
You can definitely roll around for some beginner people that are just starting out with the dueling competition.
I mean,
and slap
17.
Them assert dominance.
17. So.
Yeah, you find I'm gonna say, just a human dude, just a normal human dude. He looks like a musketeer. He's got the big hat with the big feather. He's got the tabard, the dueling rapier. He is totally ready. He's flaunting his stuff. You can tell he's fairly arrogant, and he probably shouldn't be as arrogant as he is. So you can definitely try and take him on.
I challenge him to a fight. I don't know how. Hey, you. How about you fight? I want to go up ranks. And I look pretty weak.
You think you can take me on?
Yeah.
Please, try me. I, Osmiel Blackstar.
Blimey.
Upon closer inspection, you find that this is not, in fact, a human. It is actually an Eladrin with pale, sparkly skin, that seems to shine whenever lantern light is exposed to it. He is the most fabulous, glamorous man in this whole bar by a long shot. So you can try and challenge him, yeah.
Where do we go to get someone to officiate the challenge?
As a matter of fact, my older brother is a Grand Master here. He would be perfectly fine for, how you say, spectating your loss. This dude is super confident, and you do not know why.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no, I'll fight him.
I mean, he's sparkly.
He's
I would
sparkly.
still
He's
have
like,
confidence.
you won't be able to
Oh,
look at
exactly.
me. I am so sparkly and shiny. Mwah.
He is the
He
is-
literally just reflect the light off of him, and that's how he wins.
he's pretty much like a living
Mirror.
You know those? Remember
Disco
those
ball?
things where like you can't hold on to them; they just keep falling through, and they're always filled with some sort of weird, sparkly stuff and like a toy shark or
Slime?
something. No. It's like
What-
this thing.
What
They
kind of
look like a finger
childhood did
trap.
he have?
They look like a
Dust?
finger trap, kind of, and they loop
You
in
mean
on.
like a Chinese finger trap? Oh, spring thing.
Slinky?
I
toy.
don't know what they're called. I'm going to be completely
Snake
honest.
instant?
They're like a little plastic bag of like water or whatever, and they like form a donut,
Oh,
like a long donut, and they're always filled
yeah,
with
it's like those
spark-
mini games. You have to like press buttons, and then it shoots out oxygen or air, and then it pushes up the donuts into like these little pins. You have to
That's
put the donuts
100%
around those pins.
Not what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
But I
no,
have
that-
Fine, I
no
screw-
idea
screw
how I
that.
could
That's the
possibly
only
hope
way.
to explain what this is.
It's fine.
I don't think I could possibly explain it.
So he looks like he's covered in oil.
He's pretty
Wow.
much just a sparkly dude.
Disco ball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him. All right, Disco ball. Where are we going? I'll take
Yeah,
you on
sure.
any day.
I do not know what this disco is that you speak, and I do not know I am a spherical orb. However, I shall take this as an insult to my pride. Prepare to die.
Oh no! It was a compliment, but all right.
Yeah, I was expecting him to say, "I do not wouldn't know what it is, but I will take it as a compliment. Thank you."
All
He's
right. So
far too prideful
Yeah.
to expect anything that comes from the mouth of a commoner to be a
compliment.
compliment to him and his high status. Even if it was a compliment, chances are he wouldn't accept it because you're a commoner. So,
All right. So how do we start the fight?
Pip Pip, where are you? And as you see this, a definitely war-torn, like, little goblin dude who is covered in scars. Like, he is the most grizzled goblin you've ever seen. Most goblins you meet, like, look like they're in their 20s, max. Because most goblins die real young, because they are real squishy. However, this goblin looks like he's in his 60s. He has an eye patch and, like, gray beard and hair. You don't think you've ever seen a goblin with a beard. So his
That's a
name
goblin?
is Pip Pip, and he is
Pip.
the most like grizzled like veteran goblin. No Geralt from The Witcher. He's
Yeah.
Geralt the goblin, pretty much, and his name's Pip Pip. He's got this.
Aw.
He's got what would be a short sword in anyone else's hand, but a great sword in the
A
hand of
dagger.
the goblin.
A tooth.
And he has it strapped to his back. He's like, all right then,
Oh wow.
let's get on with it. And he also has an Orkney accent because of course he does.
So I have to assume I have to
so-
roll initiative against. I don't even know the disco. I have to roll initiative against living Disco Ball.
Yeah. So this place, they take you off to a little fighting corner. There are a lot of them in here. A small crowd begins to gather around, and Corvin watches from the side. You got this. Show that rich prick who the boss is. Show him what
Alright.
the military's made of.
Roll for initiative for him.
Roll for initiative.
I already did. I got a 13. Now me and Dale can basically have a one-on-one fight.
Wow.
13.
That's the
We
closest
tied.
We'll ever see.
So roll again.
Got a 9. Damn it. You got a 6.
Okay, yeah, he fails. He got a 4. And
got a
which
6,
becomes a
but-
6. So yeah, you can definitely you take 20 paces and then turn around. Which weapon did you choose?
I'm choosing my short swords because obviously I have a lot more combos with them than with my bow.
You can choose your short swords. He chooses his rapier.
It feels so weird being able to attack people, like without you guys getting mad at me. It feels almost taboo to be allowed to do
Oh,
this.
wow.
It feels taboo. But
You
I'm
just
gonna
hear me in the background. You
I'm
can
gonna
do
place
it,
him
dude.
under my Hexblade's curse.
Who knows? You may have a future in the duelist ring.
Yep.
Maybe that could be your aspiration.
Yeah, I'm placing him under my Hexblade's cursed. I choose
What
one
does that do?
creature I can see within 30 feet to curse it for 1 minute or until the target dies, or I'm incapacitated against the cursed target. You gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls, score a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20, and you gain 4 health if it dies.
Okay, yeah, go.
All right, so that was my bonus action, and then I will dash at it. Not like I'll just run at him, and I will go to use booming blade. It does not hit. So wait, no, +2, so 9, 8. Still doesn't hit, but
Yeah.
oof.
As you leap in with your short sword, it cuts just a little too shallow, and he manages to dodge out of the way.
All right, it's his turn now.
It's his turn. He is going to roll to hit you with his rapier twice.
Yeah,
But
he
the first
misses.
one's an 11, and the second one is a 3, a natural 1. So as he stumbles back, just barely missing your shallow swipe, he comes back with 2 rapier thrusts of his own. However, he's thrown off balance and trips over his own feet and takes a faceplant directly into the ground. He is now prone.
All right, can I stomp on him? Unarmed strike with my boot. On
Oh
his
yeah,
head?
dude, totally.
All
That is a
right.
badass move.
That's +3 again, or +5. So
Corvin cheers. Whoa! Show him what the military's got.
I got a 23 to hit with my
Oh
boot.
my god, that is visceral. Right as
Let's go.
Corvin,
He takes 4
right as
damage.
Corvin is cheering, his
Oh
cheers
my.
turn into morbid disgust as you stomp on this dude's face,
No,
probably
but
breaking his
no.
nose.
What I want to point
stomp
out, this isn't like a stomp, like trying to curb. It's like I pushed my foot into his head, forcing him down. And we're like, yeah, that's right. I'm above you. I'm better than you. Kind of like I
don't just
stand
curb
on him.
Slowly press the sole of your boot
Yeah.
into his head, and as you do that, it's not just a sudden crack of his nose. You feel his nose slowly start to crumble. And now he is gushing blood from his nose.
Whoa.
Oof.
It's
I can also
actually
count that
I use my bonus action to kick him back.
just kick him backwards.
Yeah.
You
So
can
he
roll for
rolls
another
back.
unarmed strike with advantage because he's prone, and you just did that.
Sometimes
One's a
I feel
19,
like
one's a 6. So
I
obviously we're
remind you.
taking the 19. And
So you wind back your foot and kick him back, and he is currently lying on his stomach forward. By the time you follow through with the kick and he is finished flying back, he is sat on his ass, nose up, bleeding all over his clothes. He is definitely going to get the absolute hell beat out of him. Also, would that also be another unarmed strike?
yeah, I guess.
Okay, so that's 4 damage in
hit
total.
him to a bloody pope.
And then I'm just gonna make the off comment of, not so arrogant now, are you?
You have insulted my honor. I can't believe you've done this to me.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this
I
to me.
believe you've done this. Yeah.
Osmir Thunberg.
Then do something about it. I'm
He is
waiting.
going to take his first action to get up. Osmir Thunberg. And he is
Ozzy
going
Osbourne.
to once again scramble for his rapier, and he is going to attack. D20 +2. That's a 7, and he once again, he's still scrambling from what you've given to him, and he just barely misses you, and as his rapier pokes into the dirt below him. Your turn again.
I'm going to booming blade with a karate chop to the back of his neck. Like I'm gonna hit him with the palm. Like I assume he's like passing back me, right? Like I assume he like thrusted, so I could like jab him like that to activate booming blade.
It works, but I'm going to allow it because rule of cool.
Well, or I can just, I just want to karate chop him to knock him down in the back. I want to judo chop him. So,
Totally.
all right, I'm gonna do a judo chop. 20.
That's a natural 20. You are whipping this dude, and you see Pip Pip on the side, the grizzled goblin dude. He's just like, ugh, oh god. The entire bar is just so done with this poor dude. Yeah, that's going to be double damage, so it's going to be 4. And how much does Booming Blade do? Does it do initial damage?
No, it's if he moves willingly. So if he tries to get up before my turn, he gets 1d8 of thunder damage.
Do you also want to take a movement action to move away so that he's going to have to follow you?
Well, if he's on the, I assume he's on the ground, considering I hit him down.
He's not on the ground. You just hit him along, kind of.
All right, then I jump back.
You can jump back like 5 feet, I guess, so it will have to approach you.
Yeah, I'll jump back 5 feet.
So that did an incredible amount of damage to this poor sap. He's not bloodied yet. Well, I mean, he is bloodied, literally.
He is bleeding,
not-
bro.
Literally.
His
he's
nose
not
is
just, like,
busting out.
mechanic bleeding.
Yeah, so if
So,
he willingly moves, he
Guy
takes 1d8.
swerves around after being beaten by you with not even cut yet. He's just been brutalized by you. On my family's honor, I will defeat you in the name of the Thunberg family.
And he takes 4 damage. More.
Yeah,
4
God,
more thunder
wow.
damage because the +2
Yeah, God.
from Hex.
Okay, now we
Force.
play. He's going to attack you and take the he's going to come close and take the D8. D20 +2 to hopefully hit this time. That's a 6. That's another 4 +2. God, this poor
So he
man.
misses again. Damn.
He is extremely unlucky.
He's
This-
already
so,
totally white.
Has
from
anyone
this
here
one.
seen Hunter x Hunter? This is reminding me of that scene where Kilo just
Yeah.
beats
I'm
the
familiar.
ever-living love and life out of that kid. Like when Kilo and Gon just like go to the arena
Oh,
and
yeah,
just
he just like hits him at the
destroy
neck.
everyone in the early rounds because they're that much stronger. This is what this is reminding me of.
This dude has definitely not fought anyone before other than like instructors that let him win. And this is
Yeah.
the first time he's ever been given a taste of reality.
He hasn't given me any damage. and I've given
Corbin
him
is
12.
wincing on the side. Yeah. Go team. Jesus. He is oh yeah, also Jesus, not the actual I don't know who Jesus is, as there is no Jesus in. Why did I say the name Jesus? This is a fantasy realm in which there is no Jesus. I mean, who
And
is
that is a familiar term that everyone
Jesus is
uses
my
every now and
friend.
then.
this
Definitely.
dude in the army? Definitely. Isn't that right, Jesus? Yeah, totally. So Jesus and Corbin are watching you
It's
fight.
my buddy Jesus.
Yeah, this
Jesus
is my friend
watching
Jesus.
me.
The carpenter, coincidentally.
Jesus.
Jesus
the carpenter.
Yeah, he prefers to go by Jesus. I don't know why I've been calling him Jesus. We just use his name as a term, as
Tomato,
a.
tomato, same thing.
It's an
As a
inside joke
term-
within the military.
Isn't that right, Jesus? You got it, Corvin. It's me, Jesus. My name is a worldwide household term, as an expression
I am
of
Jesus.
wowness. So yeah, he is. He takes a bunch of damage.
He
Um,
took 4 more.
Your turn again.
My turn again.
He's right in front of you
He's right in front of me.
because he came at you and missed again.
I suppose it wouldn't be nice to use Sword Burst. That would be, at this point, using more magic would sort of be evil. I feel like I'm just gonna keep unarmed striking
He's
him.
dead already.
I'm just gonna go for another unarmed strike. I think
He's
this is
already
my
dead already, man.
okay. I use my first action to say, "Hey, give up while you can."
Is that going to be an intimidation check?
No, it's just gonna be give up while you can. It's just a snarky remark.
Saying that to him?
Yes.
I represent the honor of the Thunberg family. I will not cave to rapscallions like you.
What do I have to roll to knock him out by punching him in the stomach?
I'm gonna say,
Dude.
if you just beat him and do non-lethal damage, you can just, if you take out all his health, then you can definitely do that.
All right, I'm doing another unarmed strike. I got a 9. I don't think that makes it.
As you whiff in for another brutal punch, he just manages to stumble out of the way, just barely.
For the Thunberg family.
Not giving up, are you?
Never, commoner.
And he is once again going to try to attack you with his rapier.
Bleeding nose.
That is like the third 4.
No,
Lucky fours, I guess.
dude.
5 before that. Okay, thankfully he didn't have to do anything, so he does get his multi-attack.
Yeah.
Roll d20 plus 2.
Whoops.
You almost said 2d20 there. That
Oh,
would've-
well that works out.
Dice, we wouldn't have this problem.
That's a 17. That is the first hit he's managed to land on you. Just as you whiff, getting a
What?
little cocky as he manages with sheer luck to stumble out of the way. He manages to get a slash on your lower calf.
Can I
with
make a
his,
reaction?
What reaction?
Actually, no. I'll just take it. I'll take the damage.
Okay.
Can't be that much.
He does 6 damage to you
All right.
as he slashes along your lower calf.
Aha! I have redeemed my honor.
Can I make a Constitution check to like not flinch at this, or do I just not flinch at this? Because I've
If
been
you-
stabbed before. Like, can I just
You
like
can
just?
tell Constitution just a tough guy through it.
Yeah, basically. All right.
Show off.
I got a 4, so nothing happens, I guess.
Your leg stumble forward. Your leg is bleeding profusely.
Wait, he stabbed me in the leg?
Yes.
Yeah.
The lower.
All right. What should
Your
I
turn.
feel like I should cast Sword Burst. Make a dexterity saving throw, boy. It's a cantrip, but make a dexterity saving throw.
You got a 17.
He succeeds. All right, so that's my first action taken away from me. I'm just gonna short sword him,
Ducks underneath the flurry of blades that you magically produce.
and I'm gonna short sword him, which is +5 +2, so +7.
Oh no. He's so screwed.
So that's a 25, and it's 1d6 +5 to hit.
That hits.
I feel so bad for this guy right now. He's not even real, but
This you can tell that he's
I-
just an arrogant
10. I do 10. 10
Okay.
non-lethal.
non
Obviously, I don't want to
You-
kill this guy in front of a bunch
that's
of people.
like yeah. You smack him with the blunt of the blade over the head, and he is just out like a light, knocked out, completely down for the count. Like he is gone.
I just ruined this guy's
As
honor.
he's like,
Just
I
like
just
that,
ruined
as
this
he's like,
guy's-
minimal damage.
as he's unconscious, you can hear his like nose whistling as he breathes. Like,
Yeah, definitely. Him trying to breathe through his mouth because his nose is destroyed. He's got a big bruise on his face from where the flat of your blade hit, and a series of butlers and maids quickly come over as they begin to heal him up and carry him away, and you are awarded by Pip Pip. Pip Pip comes down into the little dueling area and reaches into a little satchel that he has with him and awards you the copper dueling badge. And you are now officially a duelist.
I sheath my swords, take the dueling badge, and walk back to Corvin. And I'm just gonna be like, well, that was easy, and I'm gonna walk right out of there. I'll come back
Yeah.
later. Actually, no, I'm gonna walk. I'm just gonna stay around there. Next person's turn, but I'm gonna stay in that area. I'm gonna do another fight.
So now, going back to our good friend Nia, what are you up to?
So after I got the 2 rooms, not 1 but 2,
Just to rub it in his face, yes. You return to the
100%.
park, and you find
Um,
a wizard there.
So I'm gonna go up and say hi to the wizard.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you? What is the magic orb there?
Oh, okay. So are you from Adizia? I'm assuming not.
No.
Oh, okay. So pretty much here in Adizia, for like years there wasn't any rain, but since like we kind of need rain to function to get like agriculture and stuff, instead of like waiting for normal rain, which only comes like every 100 years, the kingdom hires a bunch of wizards and druids to cast huge amounts of weather manipulation spells, and so like once every like month or like bi-monthly we will cast one massive rain spell, and pretty much that's the whole gist of it. So pretty much that's what's going on right here.
Great. So, can I start heading back to the barracks where my horse is?
Oh yeah. You completely forgot about Pony for a bit, but they are definitely back.
And my cat. Yeah, I forgot.
And Willow. So Pony and Willow are back at the barracks. They're just chilling there. Willow is currently raiding the kitchen, munching on tuna, and Pony has been in the actual like they have a stable for horses and mounts. You can see that there are like stables for the weird lizard things that draw your train car carriage, and there is like a few other like miscellaneous mounts that you can think of. Like there's maybe a fey horse and maybe like a blink dog for halflings and stuff. There's just a lot of different little mounts over there, and your boy Pony is currently helping themselves to some hay.
So I'm going to go just take a ride in the rain because
So
why
you
not?
hop on Pony. Cat sees this, and they also hop on the back of Pony, and you take a ride through the streets of Idizia. You see the residential districts. It's just a bunch of sandstone little abodes. You ride through. People cheer as because they recognize you as you start to realize that word has spread as the Slayer and rescuer of the Slayer of the Dread General Chadwick, and the saver of a whole legion of the army. Because, as it turns out in Adizia, word travels fast, and people seem to recognize you as time goes on. Back to Elanor. So the mask concludes itself, and you've picked up on the fact that there's clearly some stuff going on here with the Sun Elves and the Sword Maiden that seems to be not quite right.
For me, I put on my hood and tried to disguise myself, trying to seem like I'm not a sun elf because I feel like uncomfortable.
Deception. I'm not going to say
Yes.
with a disadvantage.
That sounds like a dumb idea. Like, if they find that you're disguising yourself, then they're gonna be like, "Why are you disguising yourself, huh?" Meanwhile, if you just wear it proudly, they're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, just a sun elf." They're not meaning any harm.
Okay.
Change how people perceive you.
Well, I guess in this situation, your character would probably be a little ashamed of being a Sun Elf. They're not quite thinking with logic in this instance. It's up to you, though, Elanor.
I'm going for it.
Okay, so roll deception.
5. Why?
5. You
Why?
very clearly try to pull up your hood, seemingly ashamed of the fact that you are, in fact, a Sun Elf. You see that the priestess, she notices you. Ah, sister, I see you've come back for a sermon. I'm so glad to see you. You don't have to hide.
Hmm?
Like, we get it. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Like, we understand you're a priestess of the order as I am. They see that. They see that. It's all right.
It's just sort of uncomfortable with like the chat, and it's like, what if I'm bad? Like, I don't want people seeing me in the wrong light.
Hey, It's all right. You're not part of the problem. Have you heard about what's going on?
Not really, other than this mask. Then
Well, the fact that you're here is it shows that you're not an enemy. Pretty much what's going on. There's been a little bit of religious persecution coming from the west. A small order of sun elves have been trying to eradicate a lot of drow, regardless of if they are good or not. Thankfully, us here with the Moon Maiden, us moon elves and such, we kind of don't really, subscribe to the whole radical religious movements that other drow do in the Underdark. However, the Sun Elves don't really see the difference that much and try to lump us in together. And any drow religion is a bad religion to them. So we're kind of trying to just, band together, fight it
Yeah.
off. Thank you. You're an ally. You're a priestess like I am. So don't worry about it. People understand.
okay.
Can I help you with anything?
Not at the moment. Like it. Just wanted to come here and just be here with the group.
Well, know that you're always welcome within the monastery's walls. We've really appreciated having you around. I'm so happy that you came to stay here the other day. We don't get a lot of priestesses around here. Clerics of the Sword Maiden are running low. So just having you around helps to, lighten spirits. If you want to talk to a few people, show off some cleric magic, it'll really help to, lighten the spirits around here. Feel free, Yeah, thanks for coming around.
Problem.
So back to Zen.
Hey, I'm lagging. What am I doing?
Okay, so
I was sitting next to Josh.
So Josh brings you to a small cobble street, and he shows you a very, very large puddle. And he says,
Ooh.
Devourer, I know that you are unwise in the ways of rain, as it would seem
Hey.
that you have never experienced it ever in your... how old are you?
300 and something years old.
In your over 300 years of existence,
birthday
you have yet to
is
experience
next
rain. For that,
year.
I cannot accept. I shall show you the way
Yeah.
of the rain. Tell me, Devourer. And he gestures to the large puddle. What do you see?
Thank you. Something clear and musty at the same time.
Ah, yes, it seems that way. However, what I see is an opportunity
I
for fun.
see.
Ah, yes. It may
Ow.
seem murky and gross. However, I will show you the ways of the water. And Josh takes a huge running start and jumps headfirst into the puddle. Most likely banging his head on the cobble beneath, but definitely making a huge splash.
Looks quite odd.
It seems odd at first, I will not deny. However, it is a custom amongst my people. Us bears do this quite regularly. What say you, Devourer? Care to join me?
Why not?
Do you also want to try jumping into the puddle?
Yeah, hopefully I don't slip or something.
You don't need to roll for it. Just go
Joint
ahead.
pain, Lamau.
How are you going to
I
go
don't-
about jumping into this puddle for the first time ever?
I jump 12 feet in the air, and then I spin 2 times diagonally, and then I land on top of the puddle, and nothing happens.
Okay, never mind. You are
just-
going to have to roll. Let's roll acrobatics to do that.
Acrobatics.
Just does a backflip into the puddle.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna belly flop in it. Actually, no. Okay, acrobatics. I got a 5. What the hell?
Josh sees you do this, and as Josh watches as you jump like an angel into the air, you try to jump 12 feet, and you're still used to, after all these years, your wings, as they used to be big feathery, and you flap your huge skeletal wings, However, as you do this, you completely forget, oh yeah, they're bones now. And you
I can't
jump
fly.
like 2 feet in the air and just completely collide with the puddle. And Josh is like, I see you are not yet versed in the ways of jumping, and I see you may have not been accustomed to the fact that you have no feathers, my friend. However, I must admit, you have honed in the art of epically jumping into puddles. You shall be my apprentice in the way of rain. Also take
wow.
2 damage from jumping and completely failing as you
That's
jump.
just that's
The
it. I'm
blunt
closing my
force
window.
drama.
That's what's giving me bad luck. I'm closing my window.